Hello everyone. My name is Reema, and in the last session, we learn about how to create a project, how to create your custom agent. Under the custom agent, how you can select the existing agent which is available in APAC Agentic Process Automation tool, right? And as per your use case need, as I mentioned, and that those all agent, I am going to give you the walkthrough one by one, okay, in upcoming session. So first of all, as I mentioned, we have a model connection available into the Automation Anywhere tool. If you are an Automation Anywhere developer, then definitely you are going to use this model connection somewhere, right? To just call this API calls to the agentic process automation. So see, whatever you are seeing over here, that is a front end, right? You can do your chat over here. You can do the chat and all, right? Whatever project you created over here, right? In the last session, we created our project APAC Learning, right? You can go inside here and this agent which you have created, you can just go under the chat button, chat, and then you can select your agent which you have created. So that agent in the last session which you have created, right, that is coming under custom agent. And suppose if you want to use existing agent, the pre-built agent which is available in agentic process automation tool, that you can select according to your need over here, okay. And then you can just put your prompt over here. You can whatever you want to search. Suppose I want to search some uh, portal URL, like some kind of website URL, right? You can put your prompt over here. It will give you the response, right? And you can see at the top you are getting the project ID which you have created when you created your project, right? Then it created your project ID as well. And if you want to do the chatting at the same under the same project ID, under the same custom agent which you have created, right? And with that agent and with this project ID, if you want to do uh, API calls from backend side, means you can do through Python scripting as well. If you want to do through Automation Anywhere tool, that is also possible. But for if you want to do through Automation 360 tool, right? So there's a model connection given. Okay. So we have to first set up the model connection for this agentic process automation tool. Okay. Into this Automation Anywhere. Once the connection are set up, then by using your automation bot, you can call that particular agent which you have created into the agentic process automation, and you can pass your prompt, means questions and all, you can get the response, right? So the first step, you have already created your project, you have already created your custom agent, right? The next step is to get the API keys. Okay. So you can click on the API keys, you can click on the create keys, you can give some keys name. Okay. Suppose I am giving this will be the name of my keys which I am creating. Okay. And click on generate. Then you can see these are the API key and API secret key, right? So just save somewhere because we need this one when we are going to set up the model connection in Automation Anywhere tool. Okay. So let me save this one because if I'll click on done button now, so this both you're not going to read again over, from that portal. Okay. So just save somewhere this one. Post this call, like post this recording, I am going to remove this one. Okay. So for learning purpose, for explaining you, like I'm just showing you this one, but otherwise I'm going to remove it from post this session. So let me copy this one. These are very sensitive things, do not share with anyone. Okay. So once it is copied, just click on done. Okay, you can see it is created over here. But if you want to read those secrets key and all again, you can't do that. That is why I told you when you are creating it, before clicking on done, just say save somewhere. Okay. So once you have created, so best thing is whenever you are like as you are automation developer, right? What is the next step? Saving those credentials into the credential vault, right? So if you are not aware about how to save any credential into the credential vault, then I have already a recorded session and available into my channel. You can go through that. Otherwise, in this call also, I am going to explain you how to save those credential into the credential vault in Automation 360 tool. Okay. So first of all, for saving any kind of credentials, you need to first go to the credentials. Okay. Click on the credential which will come under the manage section, and then you just click on this plus symbol. Okay. Then here just put some credentials name, APAC credential. Okay. And then what you need to do, like you want to save this both, right, into the separate attributes, right? So you have two attributes, right? So what will be the attribute name? So first attribute name is API key and another is API secret name. So just put that attribute name over here. And as this is a sensitive things, right, this is a password, so you can just keep into the mask field. Okay, so if it is sensitive, you don't want to show like whenever it is going to enter, right? So like it's a sensitive thing, so that is why you have to just choose the security as masked. Okay, and then choose standard, just paste over here. Okay, then after there's one more attribute, right, you want to save, then click on plus symbol and then copy this name over here. Okay, you can put whatever name you want to put over there, but I'm just copying the same thing whatever I have copied from the portal. Okay, so let me copy this one, go to the attribute name, put that attribute name, copy this password, secret key. Okay, and then come here and just choose a standard and put that value. Once it is done, what you have to do, you have to just save this one, create, click on the create credentials. Okay, so once the credentials are created, then what we have to do, the next step is you have to create a locker. Okay, so suppose if you have any ornaments, so where you are keeping, right, you are keeping inside the locker, right, in your almirah and all, right? So under the locker, that your assets and your ornaments are saved, right? So similarly, these credentials are very important for us, very sensitive item for us. I don't want to share with anybody. Then in that case, I want to store that credential into some locker. Okay, so for that, you, if you have already locker created, you can store there. Otherwise, you can create a locker by clicking on this plus symbol. Okay, just put the locker name, APAC keys. Okay, just put keys. Then what you need to do, that locker, that credentials we created, right, already. So I want to save that, store that credential under this APAC keys. That is my locker name. So I have to select this one, I have to click on this arrow button, and then once I'll click on that, you can see from here it is stored under my locker, right? Just click on next, click on next, click on next, next, and then uh yeah, select this user and then create locker. Okay, so now once you click on this locker, then you can see that my credential which I have created, it is there. Okay, let me go to my credentials and then there also we can cross verify. Yeah, you can see this APAC keys, which is my locker, is already there. Okay, so if you want to just put some unique name, right, it's, so you just give here a locker so that we can segregate whether it's locker or credential. Okay, okay, locker, save changes, done. Okay, so now you have stored your API key and secrets key, okay, inside the locker. You have created your credential vault, you have created your locker, and the locker you had assigned your credential. Okay, so the next step is going into the model connection and going to add that particular connection, means this API secrets key and all. I have to create a connection between this automation tool to this particular APAC agentic process automation tool, right? So for that, what you need to do and what is the use of this model connection, I'm going to explain you now. So what I have to do, I have to click on the create model connection. Okay, and then you have to just provide your model connection name. I'm just providing whatever name you want to provide, you can just do that. And choose vendor, means so as I mentioned to you earlier in the previous session, like we have different AI providers, like we have OpenAI, we have Azure OpenAI, we have Google, we have we have different, like Grok. Grok is also a API provider, right? And is this all AI providers are having their own models, correct? So if you want to access those models via your AI providers, so if those AI providers are mentioned here and you have those API keys, you can select from here, from this drop down. So as of now, this is a community version, so there's a limited AI provider. But if you are working for any company, you have a licensed version, right? So you can just see the many options over here, and accordingly accordingly, if you have a API key for those AI provider, you can make a connection to that API provider. Okay. So as of now, as I want to make a connection to my automation anywhere agentic process automation tool, right? So I will choose automation anywhere. Okay. And then you can choose your models and all. So as of now, the Claude Sonnet is present in that automation anywhere. That is why it is not giving the other models name. So by default it is given Claude Sonnet, so let it be. Okay. Click on next. Then reason it is providing, so you can put your United States, then click on next. Test connection. Okay. Let me just connect. Okay. So let me just click here and install this bot agent. It will take some time for installing this bot agent. If it is already installed on your system, you can skip this. So it will not ask you this particular pop-up. If it is not installed, right, you are a new, totally new into that, then only it will ask you to just install it. Okay. So then only for me, install. Yeah. So as it is installed, right, and you can see that now I am coming and getting a green, right? Green. So you can click on the process request. Okay. And then let's see that once it will do the test connection, then we have to pass that API keys, right? The API key and that secret key over here. So let's wait for that. Once this 100% download dependency completed. So, so as this 100% completed, now it is processing the request. So it will take some time. Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, this is done. We got the green, right? So what is that? I'm just clicking on test connection. I guess it is again processing it. Okay, done. Okay, done. So next you have to click on next, and then you have to just select this user, create model connection. Okay, let me go here. So I can see here it was not asking any credentials. Maybe by default it connected to my agentic process automation because I have given my same user login over here and here as well. If by any chance you have not credentials like created a same by using same Gmail ID into the both, then maybe there's a chances it is going to ask you that credentials. So in that case, whatever credential we have created into the credential vault, that you are going to choose over here. Okay. So but as of now for me it didn't ask me, but initially when I created a different by using different email ID, right, for APAC and here, that time it asked me for entering your API key and secret key. Okay. Let's see that. Okay. So I'll check that if I can have any other email ID already, then I'll show you that how to create a connections over there by passing that API key and secret key. So as of now in the sessions, like I'm just like in this session, like we have learned it like how to get the API keys from here, and then what is the use of model connection, how you can create your connections over here, and in the connections how you can select your AI provider. So suppose in your company if you have a licensed version of automation anywhere tool, so in that case, and also you have any AI provider like OpenAI, Azure, or maybe a Google, right? Maybe if you want to use Grok also, there's a different AI provider, and those API keys you have to use for those AI provider, whatever model are given. If you have to use those models, in that case, as I mentioned to you, like you can choose your AI provider from the drop down. Okay, and then accordingly, like you can make the connection. Okay, so let's close this session over here, right? In the next upcoming sessions, I am going to show you like how to use these models into your automation anywhere tool and pass your prompt and get the response. Okay, thank you so much for this session, joining this session, and let's connect in next session. And if you have any kind of feedback and suggestion, please drop your message into my channel. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.